Well, that certainly got tense at the end. But we survived. We got them both. At least a point. What is up, everybody? Calling all angels. It is good to see you all on this great, great day. I am Tobin, and we are talking about the Angel City FC match with Gotham FC, leaders of the league. And we just got another point. Snatched another one off of them. Isn't that nice? So what that ends up doing, before we talk anything, let's just discuss how the standings shake out on that. That gives Gotham another point. That's 9 straight matches where they've registered a point. But only the second that was a draw, so we are proving quite successful. We were one of the few to keep points away from them. They are at now 44 points, a good 7 clear of both Washington and Portland, who are sitting at 37 each, and 8 points clear of Utah and San Diego, who are sitting at 36 each. As for Angel City, that was their 19th match of the season. This keeps them at plus 7 goal differential and moves them up to 26 points on the year, which allows them to at least hold off Orlando and Houston, who are also at 26. So Angel City remains in 9th, holds at 2 points behind Seattle Reign for 8th place with a match in hand. That match will be played on Wednesday against North Carolina Courage, who are currently 7 points ahead of Angel City with a match in hand, but that match will not be this Wednesday for them because they play each other. So in theory, North Carolina actually only has a single points edge on Angel City. So this becomes a very intense road to the finish as we start getting closer and closer to the latter stages here. But let's talk about what we've got so far. That's enough just facing the reality of the situation. Now, let's go over what you missed. There was a lot happening, so I'm going to move my... I'm going to adjust my screen slightly. There we go. There really isn't a great space where I can find for myself. There we go. I think I can do it. All right. Name's partially covered, but that's okay. All right, so it was actually a very exciting first half. Angel City played a lot better offensively during that half. I saw a lot more scoring opportunities available to them, but nothing doing in terms of really piercing the Gotham defense. As you see, although Angel City got 16 shots, only 3 of them actually were on target and had to be stopped. And of those 3, not all of them were actually like difficult ones. Some of them were directed straight at the keeper. So, in that sense, Angel City was definitely struggling to really gain a competitive edge, even when they were playing well. In that second half, Gotham was in pretty firm control most of the way. In the end, they ended up with only 1 additional shot on target, all things considered. But Gotham was controlling possession over 60% of the time. Only thing that really worked their advantage, their defense was really good at forcing the ball out, which means Angel City got a lot of corners, and Angel City just hasn't been able to take advantage of most corners this season. In terms of the first half statistics, the only thing that really stands out is Prisca Chilufya getting a yellow card in injury time of the first half. Second half was where things got crazy. Jaden Shaw and Ari Borges both get yellow cards over the course of it. But the final minutes of this match got very intense. Thanks to a handball in the box, Gotham FC ends up with a penalty kick. And watching the time just run here, but at this point, the way the game had been going, it felt like this was going to be the breakthrough because Gotham had been pressuring for so long in a row. and you're just thinking back to the last time there had been a PK, Anderson had stopped one, and you're like, can she keep this going? Can she keep the game even at zeros this close to the end? And turns out she could. She guessed the correct side, got a hand on it, knocked it sideways, and no goal. Worked out perfectly. This was another epic performance from Angelina Anderson, making sure that Angel City stayed with a clean sheet for the first 87 minutes. Like, literally, that shot was taken, I think, 86:59. And then from there, Angel City gets a couple more attacks at them. Anderson had to save one more that was aimed at the corner. And she actually didn't get all of it, but luckily it had gone too high and hit the crossbar. So it ended up working out. That's one of those harder I work, luckier I get kind of situations. As I'm going to start moving down here since we've talked about everything on there. Alright, as we went through this, just the biggest thing I can think of here was just how impressed I was with the way everyone was stepping up defensively, and they did actually press pretty well in the front, attacking third, especially once we got into injury time of the second half. There was actually quite a bit of pressure mounted, which I respect a lot of. They absolutely gave it their best shot. They wanted to get it, and it never materialized. Very good effort, just not enough on this one. Not enough steam, but at the very least, I am now very optimistic for what we're going to see in the upcoming, because with that match out of the way, we don't have as many difficult matches as that. We do have to go to DC and New York later on, so it's not like we're getting a complete reprieve from easy matches, but we have our rematch with North Carolina. This one, absolutely paramount. A win here puts Angel City cleanly back into the top 8, gives them a position where they can challenge North Carolina for their spot, can challenge Kansas City for their spot. Like, you're suddenly looking at potentially the 6th position, and hopefully you see some of the top teams start to fall off a bit. Maybe you can take aim at the 4 position. There is potentially a bunch of really good matchups after the North Carolina one, because you have Boston Legacy for the first time. You have Louisville, who admittedly you matched up poorly with in the last one, but you get a second opportunity. You think they'd step up. We'll see. You've got Denver Summit, first time at BMO for Denver. A team that you should be able to beat at home against Seattle. So rematch with the team who's fighting for that position. So you have big matchups, but these aren't like unbeatable teams. And then once you get to the 20th of September, you're matching with Utah. And for those who have forgotten, that was one where Utah beat Angel City 1-0, but there was a red card that kind of threw off the entire flow of that match. So in terms of being a winnable game, it absolutely is. At the very least, it's one you can get a draw. Then you have your 2 toughest matchups of the season. Go to Washington, go to New York, and then a rematch with Denver. Then you're hosting Bay and you're hosting Boston. So a lot of opportunity here. There is definitely space where you can rack up some wins where some of the other teams are not. So I am looking at this very cautiously optimistically as an ACFC fan, that there's an opening here to make a real run at this. And we'll see if I'm right. But for now, let's savor the point. Congrats to Gotham on their point and their 9th straight game registering on the table. And go Angels!